Hello. All right. We here doing opinions of three. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Ross. Hey, JG. What's
What's up?
going
What's up?
on?
What's up?
Hey, Dylan, what's
Everything
going on?
good?
All
Everything good.
right. So today is a topic that is hot or not, but I think it needs to be talked about. Let's figure out how we can calm this storm down on the dating life and get people to where they want to be. If you want to be in a relationship or you want to be single, you want to be solo, you want to be out there in them streets, that's up to you. But we want to lead you with some good information while you're out there in your dating venture. So I get a lot of women to come to me and they're asking, hey, what is required? What's being asked? What can we do to make conversations just go a little smoother as far as connecting? So I just thought of a couple of questions, icebreaker questions. As a woman, what what five qualities does a woman bring to be a purpose partner? I thought that a woman should be nurturing, one,
Mm-hmm.
the the possibility or open to being soft, because all women not soft,
Mm-hmm.
a listening ear, kindness, and compassion.
Okay.
What y'all think?
I was letting John go. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Give me yours one more time.
I just made those up.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I thought that was something you had put together. I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
thought it was so
okay.
too.
What do you think your purpose partner should need?
Well, first and foremost, they have to have mental intelligence. They have to have the capacity to know, like old folks used to say, when to bring it or when to not. Like, for instance, if a woman's out in public at a public setting, that's not the time to show off. You know, another characteristic, they have to be a good teammate. And not necessarily be self-absorbed. Um, it's all about them. Uh, One of my major things is a woman has to be a good teammate because everything else will fall in place. Because if a woman's a good teammate, she would build that person up and he would build her up and they build together. A lot of times you see couples fade because one is lifting the other while the other one is still, set in their ways, not willing to elevate with that person. You have to be willing to elevate and got to have beauty. And,
Beauty. Is that what
got
you said?
beauty, not booty. Got to have, because my thing is, and then beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. You have to be able to be attracted to somebody, and that's whether you're attracted to their mind, physical attributes, or whatever. But they have to have a beauty, possessive beauty, because you can have a pretty woman that's ugly inside.
So keep it right there.
Okay.
Possessing these qualities, a lot of women don't know that they have them. So, beauty, maybe someone just told her she's just beautiful because she has a booty. But when you're looking for these qualities from your purpose partner, no one ever really required that from her.
What? And you're right. And it's not a requirement, so to speak. But in order for you to, um, because if you're lacking in something, it's not going to go well because you're going to be looking past that person.
Explain.
Well, if you're not attracted to that person can have all those five qualities that you initially started with. All those five qualities. But if you're not attracted to that person, you say, "Oh, she got all those qualities," but you're looking past her like, "Hey, what?" Because you're not attracted to that person.
Got it. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'll wait. No, I'm gonna add later on. Yeah, I want to see what Ross has to say.
All right, Ross. Educate us.
Yeah. Okay, y'all ready for this?
Yes.
What the Bible tells us above all things, guard our heart, for everything flows out of it. A lot of people that might sound like something like, okay, I ain't gonna tell nobody my business type scripture, but it's not really about that. To me, life is believe it or not, life is a mirror. So what you have inside, you only gonna reflect it on the outside. So if you argumentative inside with yourself, you're gonna be argumentative in your relationships. If you and this is a lot of people think that their relationships, working on their relationships is with like the significant other, but your relationships is with everybody. Like when you upset, do you cut everybody off, friends, family, or whatever?
I
Uh,
do.
qu- okay, and that's okay. But some of that is to keep your peace, but some of it is like I look at it like this. I learned how to be in my bubble and let people be in their bubble without it affecting me. And I continue to work on that because that's how I see me guarding my heart. I don't let what you go through, I'll be there for you, but I don't let what you go through affect me. Now my day messed up. So I think a lot of people that's what they're dealing with. They're going through these relationships and then they try to jump in a relationship thinking that other person's going to make them happy, but if you're arguing with yourself,
Yeah.
you're gonna do more argue with them because they gonna say something or do something that you know you normally say to yourself. So when it comes to guarding your heart, what to me that scripture, and I this is what I believe. Anytime you hear somebody talk about scripture or word or whatever, take that to God. Don't listen to me. I'm just a guy on the internet. So don't listen to none I say. Just take that to God. If the Bible tells you to commune with yourself on your own bed, that means that you sit down with yourself and God, be still, listen to him. That's why I believe in meditation, because when you do that, God gonna give you the answer. You might not like it, but he might be like, you remember when that happened to you at 12
Hmm.
and you didn't get over that? That's why you argumentative with people right now. Let that go.
Don't we love Ross? I mean, he just
Change
come
the
in and
way, yeah,
he just give it to us.
yeah, change the way you thinking, because if you listen to him, then that's how you'll start building that character, because character actually should be over chemistry. Because if you have a good character and you work on that, chemistry can go up and down. I mean, one day y'all really happy with each other, the next day it's just not there. So what I see when it comes to relationships, and I've been married over 20, well, I've been married 20 years, it
Congratulations.
is, it be honest with you, it is God. And it's me sitting in my car sometime meditating,
Oh yeah.
not taking what I'm doing, figuring out, okay, is it something I did? Or not like saying that that person did something to me, but it might be something I didn't work in myself, because my wife is only going to reflect what I am inside. So I continue to work on that. But a lot of people, that person might do something
Yeah.
against you and then you get offended, and you don't realize that's actually what you say to yourself. That's actually why you're not supposed to tell everybody your dreams and adorations. You're not supposed to tell that, even your wife or your husband sometime, because guess what? They gonna tell you the fears that you have,
Mm.
because it's just, and it's not them doing it on purpose. It's just the fact that if God give you a dream, think about was it Noah? He gave Noah told Noah to build that boat. You
Wow,
go,
you
you
know
go,
so much. You got
you
me over
go.
here like,
Yeah, you go build that boat right now, and then people gonna be like, "Look at this Negro building a boat in the middle." They gonna talk crazy
Yeah,
about you, and you can't go be telling what God told me to do this. They
yeah,
gonna be like, "Do it for what?
yeah,
Dude, you crazy."
yeah,
You wasting your money, your time on that situation. So that's why you're not supposed to get upset when people, when you have, like when you wrote your book, it was on your heart to go ahead and do that. Now, if you told somebody else, they were like, man, she ain't got it.
yeah.
She she
Well,
ain't got it.
but that's what
I
they
got a
gonna do.
lot of that. Go
Yeah,
ahead, JG.
yeah, they're gonna hurt. They're gonna hate on you because they see Noah over there building that boat, and the social media world, they up there video like, look at this fool right here. You know, but I want to go back to what you were saying earlier as far as and I put that in my a good teammate because the key thing you said was you got to be happy with yourself first,
Hmm.
and I firmly believe that. Um, I'm happy. I'm always happy go lucky. I'm happy with myself. I don't need anyone to make me happy. I want to share my happiness with someone. The problem I see is people want to
How you make that part?
people want to look for others to make them happy. You should be already whole. You should be already happy and share that happiness. And that goes to being a good teammate because you're happy, they're happy. Y'all can build on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot to bring into a relationship. Like, okay, now I'm here. What are you gonna do? Make me happy, make me
Yeah.
excited, make me excitable. I mean, like, what? Why is that something that you feel that it's 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 like a norm? I mean, I'm sure it happened to you,
Yeah.
and it's happening to other people out there that they want us to fulfill these gaps, these voids that they didn't get from a previous relationship, from childhood to adulthood, and it makes me crazy.
Okay. Okay.
It makes me absolutely crazy when someone is saying, "Hey, I'm not happy."
Yeah.
Okay, happiness is within.
Yes.
hmm,
Yeah.
yep,
And so I'm gonna go back to what Ross was saying, right? So Noah out there building the boat, right?
Yeah.
His woman mad because she wants to go out to dinner.
hmm,
And so if she was the good teammate, he would have been getting that hate within his own household. Like this fool out here, look, he telling the girls he out here building his boat. Like, girl, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
listen,
yeah,
yeah. So
Well, that's something because in my book I always mention I am a wife first.
there you go.
How
hmm,
do you feel about that? Because and when we're trying to, connect, we're girlfriends.
Yes,
But I always try to let women know that you are a wife first. So you put your wife qualities ahead of you being a girlfriend, and that will shine always naturally. You
yes,
never have to put your girlfriend spectra with lenses on to say, hey, I'm in a girlfriend's position. No, you always show
yeah,
up as a wife. And when you feel like that's not something that the other person is interested in, you can still walk away knowing that you did what you were supposed to do in the relationship. So,
yeah.
men, do we ask for them to come in being husbands?
Yeah, so I say this. You like you gonna always hear me say this. The mirror is not gonna smile back at you. So you gotta already be that. So you're not no husband when you get married. You're a husband beforehand. So you're already doing stuff, protecting, doing different things, and you stepping in that position. Well, you're already in that position. You ain't stepping in it. Just like a wife. I was at Ruth, or I think it was Ruth or Hannah. I can't remember exactly, but when she was found by Boaz, she was already a wife. He just was doing his
Mhm.
daily thing and found her in the field. But this is another this is look, God talks to me in a whole bunch of different ways. I'm open to it. If you go back and watch that Remember the Time Michael Jackson video, man, that man left us a classic. If
yes,
that's a clear example of how people see relationships, They was standing in front of they was standing in front of sitting there, and they was like, well, I'm bored. So then the juggler come out, they was like off with his head. Another person come out, don't he doing the fly, fire flame stuff. They didn't like that. Then he come Michael Jackson, he throws out the gold dust fall. Now they interested.
Hmm.
They like, oh, okay, he about to do something.
Yeah.
And know what he did? He was
What?
like, remember when you was in love. That's all he said. Remember the time when we was in love? That's what
Wow.
he was saying. He was just like, remember, it wasn't about none of this stuff. It wasn't about me impressing you, juggling, doing the fire. That's God talking to you, showing you that people forget about what love is, and they try to add all these other things to it. And nobody can entertain you for a long time before you be like off with their head.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Nobody can do that.
yeah.
So when you go back to when we were younger, you just can sit on the front porch and talk and really tell a person what's on your heart, and the person really will rock with it. And then y'all will work together, like John said, JG. And he was just like, look, work as a team. And when y'all do that, that's when stuff really works out, not all this other extra stuff. I'm pretty sure you go in detail with that with your book, but
Yeah, I do. I do. And thank you for bringing that up because that allows for me to jump into the next chapter of A Page of Me. What five qualities should a woman bring to the table? And I'm just going to say it right now. The table's broken. The table has a wobbly leg. The table is cracked. And not only that, today people have different styles of tables. So, is that even a question we need to be asking anymore? What are you bringing to the table? Because what people have brought to the table before, it hasn't been of any, well, that's negative, of any value. But I just really feel like, is it of value? You need to bring something to the table that's substance, not just surface.
mm-hmm. Yep.
We lost John.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know. He hopefully get back and come back in. But no, what you're saying, that's very valid. I think that a lot of people keep talking about what you bring to the table, what you bring to the table. Shoot, I bring God and his direction. That's the head of my life. So when I don't know which direction to go, he don't guide me different places. And the before I used to, want to rush to go tell my wife so she can be in agreement with it. And that's where I went wrong. Some stuff that God tells me, he's telling me that as a person that supposed to, like, this is how you supposed to walk. And then once you be an example of it, then she can be an example of it. I can't sit here and say that um, I can have all the material stuff, but if I can't really say that God is the head of my life for real, and actually meditate and do all the stuff the Bible tells me to do, then what can I expect anything out of her? So I don't look for anything on the outside. I continue to work on my inside, because then I start saying, oh, that's why I'm argumentative on this. You know what? I don't have to sit here and be defensive on some subjects. She right by what she's saying, and I don't have to disagree or agree with it. I just gotta listen.
and are you saying it in that tone, Ross? Because that is just the most easy tone that is gentle and kind that you can respond to. How can you
Hmm.
respond to a tone that is aggressive, angry, and not able to come to some type of reckoning because you're already, traumatized by how they are approaching
How they
you?
reacted. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I say this is just how I see it, and like I said, I won't know unless a woman kind of explain that on how she feel, and a man has to understand a woman's world is different. So when you do feel that way, that's when you just do step away, go into your quiet place, and God gonna download answers to you on how to handle situations, because don't let, like I said, this what I do. I don't let the world tell me how to react to certain things. I listen to God, And then once God gave me that answer, I actually implemented in my life. I just don't let my life be a shipwreck and be like, oh yeah, God say that, but I'm not listening. And I'm seeing it work. So I'm not sitting here not trying it and then complaining, running to, like they be, some people like, oh, they run into a podcast saying these, this, and this. I don't even have to do that. I actually sit with God. God, we like, you remember that Michael Jackson video? You remember this? You remember that?
Remember the
This is
time.
what, yeah, you remember, this is what I'm really
I'm
talking
gonna have to
about.
watch
And
that now.
yeah, watch it. And that's what people, he's showing, that's what people do in a relationship. They just want people to entertain them. And then they want to just get rid of them when they done entertaining them.
When they done entertaining them. So we could
Yeah.
say that's just having access
Yeah, you
to
sit on a
people.
throne and that's what you do.
Yeah, yeah. I think we all can relate to that
Mhm.
as being accessible to
Yeah.
those that didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
So when you find
Yeah.
yourself in those tricky situations, it's like, well, it sound good, it sound wonderful, it sound dreamy. I guess I'm describing a narcissist characteristics, the love bombing, the gaslighting, and this person just becomes your worst nightmare. But in the beginning, it starts off as wonderful, and you find yourself really enjoying this man, or
Mhm.
it could be from a man's perspective, he's just really enjoying this woman. Depends on
Mhm.
what type of relationship you're in, and you
Yeah.
find yourself in a completely toxic relationship very quickly.
Yeah.
and
Go ahead. I was about to go ahead. I'm gonna add to when you finish.
and it just create your idea of a table that you once set, and it's no longer that image that you can portray. You're no longer that character in that book anymore.
Mhm.
It's gone. So how do we you know how do we move past that and start looking at things of value to the table that we can actually use, and not find ourselves caught up in these different type of relationships that leads us to
Go JG.
hurt, pain, disaster.
Mhm.
Hey, welcome back.
Exactly.
JG back. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. And this is what I believe. And like I said, don't listen to just a guy talking on the internet. But you have to describe love to yourself. And once you describe that to yourself, you got to learn how to have fun and enjoy life. My favorite movie is Coming to America because a lot of people try to arrange love and you can't.
Mhm.
You can't
Mm,
arrange it. It has to be something that you love yourself. The prince, he didn't have to come. He already had a wife set up for him, so he didn't have to come there. He actually he didn't want to arrange love. He wanted to love somebody just because he loved them, and it wasn't because of their money. He had money. He had
yeah, he
everything he
did.
needed, but yeah. So, to me, what people have to think is, how would you act if you already had all the money?
Mhm.
If you didn't have to go searching for it and this, and this, and then see the world like that, and then you have that love in you where you don't have to worry about that. I think a lot of people, they don't realize how much God, he owns 1,000 cattle on 1,000 hills, so he can get you whatever you want. So don't add that into a relationship.
Got
You
it.
don't have to. You don't have to. God could
Ross,
get you.
you just make it sound like life is just so whimsical when you're in a relationship and when you're married. Me
It
But
and
it
but
JG, no, we're not having those.
yeah,
is
but
it.
you know what?
But
It's funny.
go ahead.
It's funny you brought that up. But you have to understand. See, people miss that message still because it was a comedy. The movie
Hmm.
had a lot of funny scenes, but the people miss that message. But also, you got to go back to the beginning when he met her, he wasn't honest. And that's one thing you have to be. You have to be upfront and honest. But he thought
Mm-hmm.
that by being honest and not being himself, he would lose her. So
Yeah, he
therefore,
did.
you know what? You sometimes you gotta, and sometimes people do. They don't. Unfortunately, the representative shows up first, and the
Mm-hmm.
real person don't show up in about 2 or 3 years later, and is you already fell in love with that person, and it's that.
That
So
part.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what? It's like 2 years down the line. I've been there and done that. But
Mm-hmm.
so it's just hey.
Yeah. It's tricky out there. It's tricky out there. Now I want to flip it on the guys. So let's go
Mm-hmm.
and let me pick your heads.
All
So,
right.
what are the 5 characteristics of a purposeful partner that a man needs to bring to a relationship?
I'll let JG go.
That a man. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's all we here for is the
Yeah, I'm
honesty
gonna be honest with you.
as our crash. Okay.
And you gotta go back. The man got to get that run out of him.
When
You
you say run, let's describe that run.
that run, that thirst for multiple women,
mm.
that thirst to be validated. And I can be honest with you. Um, a lot of brothers feel that they still trying to get a notch under the belt, and to me, that's not where to be in life. You know, I'm a firm believer, and Ross will tell you. I'm sure he got a Bible reference. God want us to be married. He want us to be man and woman, one on one, and I firmly believe that. I did that running back in the day. We get into that later on, but right now I'm prepared to bring my knowledge and experience and my past discretions to relationship to let that person know that I'm ready because of what I went through and what I did. Because one thing as men, we don't understand. We would never ever want to be did the way we do people.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yes, and and I'm sure we play games. You know,
You
so
toy with a woman's heart.
yeah, back in the day. Not today.
Not today. Never today.
Let me add that disclaimer. Not today. You know, so but yeah, but I think a guy, he has to be, regardless if he has to be the head of the household. He has to have that mentality, and that don't mean you have to be the firm breadwinner because in this day and age, the woman might make more than you. But as long as you know, I don't care what you bring in, what you make. I'm still the head of my household. Now that don't mean the dictatorship or what I say goes. No, it's him being the protector and provider of the household and what the household needs.
Okay. I like that.
So,
What about you, Ross?
And we doing relationships, right?
Yeah. What are the 5 qualities or characteristics that a man would need to bring into a relationship for a purpose partner?
Qualities. Well, this is 1 Corinthians 16:14. Let all that you do be done in love.
go ahead, boy.
I really believe in that. I do. I really believe in that because anything that I don't, did against my wife, if I go back and look at it, it wasn't no love there. And some of it came from I wasn't loving myself. So if I was doing right by loving myself, then it's easy to do that for her. So what I think the biggest quality is how many people love themselves. It's so many people dealing with childhood hurts and family hurts, and they dad left, or their mom didn't love them. They ain't got nothing to do with it. It's that God loves you. You really got to wholeheartedly believe that. If you don't wholeheartedly believe that, you're gonna make another person pay for it.
Uh,
You gonna make another person pay for your pains, and I can literally say I can go back and see anything that I messed up or said something wrong or acted away is because I didn't have love for myself. So how can I love somebody else? And
Absolutely. Preach. Preach.
once you see it, all the other, you want it's more than five qualities. It's so many qualities that pop up because that
Yeah.
person know that you mean good. They know that you mean good, and they got to sit with themselves to say, you know what, I can tell he really was trying. I listen to the person and be like, okay, she not lying. I really do need to work on that. Then I go sit with God and say, God, show me what, and he'll show you. You remember when, this teacher said this to you? You still carry that in your heart today. Remember when this person said you weren't gonna be no good, or this man or woman said you was a terrible person? You still carry that with you today. Let it go.
Mhm.
Let it
Let it
go.
go. Forgive that person. Let it go. And once you start doing that, I'm telling you, people can see it on you. It ain't something that you gotta fake or whatever. When you get around people, people like, I don't want to hear that. You tell them the truth. You tell them too many. You tell them too many. Forget facts. You tell the truth because
Yeah.
they can't. The truth will blind you. It really will. It'll blind you. I'm not talking about nobody outside of you. I'm talking about it'll blind you. Because we know who we are. We see ourselves in the mirror. We like, you ain't right, or you
But
right.
some people don't believe. I mean, it just really feel
Because look
like
at this. I'm gonna say this. This gonna be true for everybody. The love only find love. The lovelessness never find love. Even when they looking for it, they'll never find it. Love finds love.
mm,
That's why it says God is love, because the minute that you find it, God don't care how regular your life is, he still love you.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
he know you a
aw,
mess. He know you he know you.
aw.
He know you a doggone mess. He's like,
Hot
I
you
mess.
know you a mutt.
Yeah,
yeah,
hot
you out
mess.
here, you a mess. He
Yeah,
know it.
yeah.
But he
And
still what
God's
he
gonna love
do?
us unconditionally.
There you go. And then he's trying to teach us how to do it in a way that the world has to give you what you give yourself. People just they if you're gonna work by faith, what is the first thing faith is? Faith is not by sight. It's
Yeah.
not by sight. And we all look in these natural bodies and we look at stuff by sight. God be like, be patient, give it some time. Then you'll see, oh, this person was never against me. They dealing with that situation with their father.
Mm,
That's why they act that way towards me.
Mhm.
their father, their mother, their uncle, their
There you
sister,
go.
their school teacher,
Be
and the list just goes on and
on
on
and
and
on and
on.
on. So then when you looking for the quality, how you gonna look for a quality when that person don't have it? You gonna get the
Absolutely.
quality that you have. You honest with yourself. You got integrity. You got all this stuff. That's what you gonna get, and that's why you don't have to give that other stuff no attention. The world try to get you to give that stuff like, oh, the world bad, the relationships bad, and then to keep you focused on that so you can get it in your heart. But when you be like, no, I just believe that relationships good, because I'm good to myself. Once you sit
Yes.
there and be like, I'm good to myself, shoot, we ain't got no choice but to be good
Be
to
good to
you.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no choice. If you're good to yourself, a woman that's good to herself, a man can't do nothing but respect it, because you better bring good to her or you can't be in her life. Cause she bring good to
Hello.
herself. So that's
Hello.
one of those things that when a woman looking for a quality, all you gotta look for the qualities that you treat yourself. A man gonna respect a woman that respect herself.
Absolutely. I
So,
mean, I
so
could listen to you all day.
yeah, but guess what? You know what's crazy about me talking and some of the stuff I'm saying? I got all this from God. I
Wow.
asked God the same thing that Solomon asked God. I asked God for the same thing. I said, God, show me how to judge your people.
Yeah.
I don't want money. I don't want none of that stuff. I want to learn how to judge people. And then God gave me this voice. He gave me this voice where I can be calm, say what I need to say, and it makes sense. It makes sense because it's hitting your spirit. It's not going, it's going past your intelligence. It goes straight to your spirit. And it makes sense what I'm saying. And then you go back, it's like, I need to start loving myself. I need to start respecting myself. I need to start doing this. And then don't worry about a dude treating you wrong or somebody treating you wrong or anything like that. Because guess what? They only can treat you, the world only can treat you like you treat yourself.
Mm,
If a woman is disrespectful to herself, the world gonna be disrespectful to her. If she
yeah.
good to herself, she that's why dudes be like, well, she this and this. Why you worry about what she got and what she don't got?
Yeah.
Let that woman live her life. She's
Let her
living.
live. Let her
Yeah,
live. That's what
a
I'm
lot of people
saying.
a
Let
lot
her
of people
live
don't.
her life.
Yeah, you go. A lot of people don't know how to
And
let people live.
yeah,
JJ, we've been conversating,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So we letting women live their lives, and then